you guys know me. You guys know me. I very rarely give reactions to movie reviews unless I'm really excited about a movie. And I've got to. I've got to take a look at it. I've got to take a look at this movie review. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Movie review. Are you ready? Let's get it. It's non-spoiler, so let's do this.
I need your help.
With what?
What do you know about the multiverse?
If there's one thing Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness accomplishes, it's putting the final nail in the coffin of the idea that directors aren't allowed to put their own distinct stylistic stamps on the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Filmmakers like James Gunn, Taika Waititi, and Chloe Zhao all offered their respective MCU movies their quintessential styles, of course, but there's something about this newest chapter that feels like it's screaming that these films are becoming the rule, not the exception. From top to bottom, and for better or worse, Multiverse of Madness is a Sam Raimi movie through and through.
Okay, that's what The Real Reject says, a Sam Raimi movie.
Raimi's full range of weirdness and spookiness is on full display from start to finish here. Whether it's through the creatures, the Raimi-specific cameos, or just the vibe, fans familiar with his filmography are going to be able to call out plenty of moments bearing the director's signature. Most times, that signature works, but between some scenes that are weird for the sake of being weird, and others that find themselves hobbled by screenwriter Michael Waldron's sometimes hokey dialogue, even the biggest of Raimi fans may find themselves quirking an eyebrow from time to time. Still, the movie works far more than it doesn't. The horror element was a big elephant in the room for Multiverse of Madness. You've already met Zombie Strange in What If, and in Doctor Strange the Multiverse of Madness' trailer, but he's definitely not the only thing that goes bump in the night in the newest edition of the MCU. Plenty of spooky scaries are lurking around corners, especially as things ramp up in the third act. Is it too scary for your kiddo? Your mileage may vary. The horror aspects help earn the PG-13 rating here, but contemplating the idea of half the known universe suddenly disappearing seems a lot more complicated to stomach than a monster or two. Multiverse of Madness' success is in no small part thanks to the performances. There's not a bad actor in the bunch, but Elizabeth Olsen is constantly reminding us how easily she can shift into capital A actor as Wanda Maximoff. Meanwhile, Xochitl Gomez did an admirable job bringing America Chavez into the MCU and left us hoping to see more of her character in the future, while Rachel McAdams did the best she could with a once again underutilized Christine Palmer. Of course, Benedict Cumberbatch was great as always. His American accent is really growing on me, guys. I don't know what to say.
Things just got out of hand.
And the score, you guys. It's Danny Elfman, so it's not really surprising that it ruled. But it freaking ruled. From the notes of respective themes that come into undertones as characters come into play, to the orchestral tone that follows the whiplash of Raimi's narrative one, to an actual musical battle. Yes, you heard that correctly. It's an absolute banger of an album that I will be using as writing music for the foreseeable future. Multiverse of Madness is worth the price of admission just to hear the score and see it at work. Raimi's first foray into the MCU is an imperfect one, to be sure. But the messiness is almost fitting for a Doctor Strange film, though I definitely hope that the script is tighter on the next outing. I won't spoil anything, but what I can say is that some of the dialogue is on par with a supremely cheesy Moonfall, a comparison that only works for the 15 people that saw Moonfall, but it's an apt comparison all the same. When you've got talents like Olsen, Cumberbatch, and McAdams that can't even make these lines work, it's probably time for a revision or two.
I made mistakes, and people were hurt.
I'm not here to talk about Westview.
The verdict. See what you give it.
Are there aspects of Sam Raimi's Doctor Strange flick that could be better? Definitely. The script is downright hokey sometimes, and there are odd moments that are weird for the sake of it without adding anything to the story. That said, it's got a score that's to die for, some rockin' performances, and fans will never once be bored.
Okay.
For some pre-Multiverse of Madness catch-up, check out our breakdowns of
7
Doctor
out of
Strange's
10
stories
is
so
good.
far and the state of the Marvel Multiverse. And for everything else, stick with IGN.
Alright, IGN. Thank you very much. 7 out of 10 is good. And that's what I expect out of this movie. I expect out of this movie to be good to great. I don't expect it to be a just average good time. I don't expect it to be lower than that, which would be meh. I don't expect it to be lower than that and be like, I don't expect none of that. I expect it to be good to great. I'm going to see it in what I believe is the best way to view it, which is 4DX 3D. Actually, you know what would be the best? Probably 4DX IMAX 3D. That would be the best, but I don't think they do 4DX IMAX. Someone did tell me, though, in Korea, they do have 4DX in Screen X. I was like, oh, man. Stay tuned for my movie review of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I will definitely be doing mine ASAP. I believe I have tickets for Thursday, I think that's what I have, yeah. So, stay tuned. And then, of course, I will be doing a live stream spoiler talk with you guys. 10 million subscribers, baby. Woo!